everybody, it's Kate. Today's Wingin' It is dedicated to leftovers. I love eating leftovers. I've always loved it. No, that's not true. When I was a kid, I'm sure I hated it, but my parents were really good at not throwing any food away and always putting our leftovers to good use. So today, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna make a pizza with all of our leftovers. We're not going to the store today, because today, we're gonna wing it in the kitchen with Kate! Hey everybody, it's Kate. All right, so we're gonna start by getting our dough together. I've got 6 cups of flour here in this bowl. I need to add 2 teaspoons of salt. We're just gonna whisk that up. Just whisk the salt into the flour here. All right, and I'm temping this water here with my meat thermometer just to see if I have it at a good temp. We need it at around 110 degrees to get our yeast to activate so that the pizza dough will rise. Whoop. There we go. Okay, 3 teaspoons of yeast, 2.5 cups of water, and if this yeast is gonna rise, we have to feed it. So let's add 1/4 cup of sugar. That's what gets the yeast going, is the sugar. So we're gonna create a foamy, frothy mixture in our bowl here. And we're gonna let this sit for just a moment until I see some frothing happening. All right, before we get started adding the flour, let's put in 1/4 cup of olive oil. I'll get it spinning before I add it. There we go. Now we'll add the flour and salt mixture 1/2 cup at a time. And we're gonna stop this from spinning while the dough still sticks to the sides of the mixer. Contrary to popular belief, you might think that you wanna let this go until it makes a dough ball in the mixer. But we don't want that. That's going to be too far. So we've got our greased bowl. We're going to remove the dough from the KitchenAid. This dough looks great. Nice and sticky. I'll get my spatula here. Yeah! Just get it off the paddle. Oh, this looks delicious, I think. So now the name of the game is waiting. We're gonna put this dough in this bowl, this greased bowl, and we're going to leave it alone for probably about an hour, I imagine. We're waiting for the dough to double in size. Oh, that looks so nice and shiny. Let me just get the rest of the dough out of the bowl here so we don't waste any. Okay, so you can either cover this with a piece of saran wrap. You'd want to oil one side, the down side of the saran wrap, so that when the dough rises, you can still remove that saran wrap, or a towel, which is what I'm going to use because I hate saran wrap. So what to do while we wait for this dough to rise? Okay, it's been about an hour or so. We've got some dough. It has definitely doubled in size, if not more. This is so great. That means our yeast was healthy and we had the right temperature of water. Now we were supposed to smooth this out here, and we're gonna make it not sticky on all the sides, so I'll just kind of roll it around in the flour and make it even. Hey Hank, I got my sous chef here on the floor next to me in case I drop any dough or pepperonis. I am forming this and stretching the dough, trying to keep it even. And you could use a rolling pin if you'd like. I'm gonna try to throw it in the air. This is ridiculous. It's not good at all. So I've preheated the oven to 400 degrees and our dough is ready for the pan. Let's make some pizza. I love pizza as a don't go to the store quarantine food because you can essentially put anything you want on it. I have some leftover pulled pork from last night. We've got some pineapple that I cut up last weekend, needs to be used ASAP. Some mushroom, onion, and I don't know if y'all caught the pesto episode, but I still have some nettle pesto and we're gonna use that for the sauce of one of our pizzas. Now, if I had cornmeal, I would use that to sprinkle on our pan so that our pizza wouldn't stick to it, but I don't have cornmeal. I have masa, which we use to make corn tortillas with. So I'm gonna use this because it's pretty much the same thing, just ground a little more fine. Excuse Hank while he gets a drink. All right. Let's make a pizza. First, we'll add some nettle pesto. And now we can add whatever we want. I think I'm gonna do ingredients first and then cheese after that to help stick all my ingredients to my pizza. All right. So what we have here, mushroom, onion, pineapple, and pork. I'll sprinkle around. And I just want to point out that if you were unsure if you had enough things to put on a pizza, I've had corn on a pizza. So if you have frozen corn, you could saute that up with some butter or just put it on frozen and see how it goes. Artichokes in your pantry from the can are an awesome addition to any pizza, most pizzas. Olives from the can. You could do garlic. You could roast it in the toaster oven and then put roasted garlic cloves on it. The possibilities are endless with pizza. As you know, I don't really need to tell you that, but I'm just trying to say you don't need to go to the store. Look at all this awesome stuff we have to make this cool pizza, and I've never had a pizza like this, so it's gonna be fun because it'll be different. So our ingredients are nicely spread out. I'm gonna top it with some cheese. More the merrier with the cheese usually, but we won't go nuts today. Some other great cheese options. I have a friend who taught me to freeze my goat cheese and then grate the frozen cheese, goat cheese log over the pizza so it's nice and evenly spread. That way you don't have big hunks of goat cheese, but rather a nice flavor throughout the pizza. I love that idea, so I just wanted to pass it along. All right, I think this baby's ready to go into the oven. So let's caramelize these flavors together and see how it goes. What I love about today's recipe is that all we really did was put together some fresh pizza dough, and then we used a bunch of existing ingredients that I had in my fridge that needed to be used up, and now we have dinner. I'm so excited to eat these pizzas. Thank you very much for joining me today. It's been a lot of fun winging it with you. It's time to eat!
Whenever you are ready. Are you ready? Come on. Oh, man.
It's delicious!